Wow, we got a crowd in here. Well, proud of our team, and I guess first of all, Military Appreciation Day here. I say it all the time. I don't think anybody does it better than Clemson. I really don't. The heritage here is deep. It was really neat for me to kind of do some research this week and be able to share that with our players so they can have a real appreciation. And this is really neat as well because I've got a bunch of friends here and family, and adopted family. But yesterday was my birthday, and I'm 46. Yep, thank you. And I just would be remiss if I didn't mention a couple of folks that haven't been here and some people that have always been there. But first of all, talking about military, Mayor Hayes is a Special Forces, and Bobby Hayes, he's been in my life forever. I tell everybody I was raised by a village, and he's always been there, he and Judy, and I love you guys and appreciate y'all being there. And then a real treat for me, and if any of you media want to have a real good time when this is over, I would encourage you to get with Paul Big Mother Kellogg right here. Raise your hand, Coach Kellogg. Okay. Coach Kellogg, I've been trying to get him to come to Clemson forever. But Larry, he was my basketball coach. All right. So if you need to know what kind of point guard I was, he's got the scoop. All right. But
I already know what kind of point guard.
No, you don't. No, you don't. I'm 46. But Paul Kellogg is a decorated Marine, big-time decorated Marine. He was always very humble about that, but he was my coach. And, also one of those men that just sowed seeds in me and helped develop me. And love Coach Kellogg. And just glad to have y'all here. And his son and I went to school together and got his grandson here. And it's pretty neat that we finally got him up here on Military Appreciation Day. And then all my family and Herman Watts, he was one of our former coaches. So a lot of people, got great friends, and just thankful for all the family and friends that I have. But this is a team that, every week seems like they're making some history. It was never, we won 20 out of 21. That's never happened before here. And, this group got their 11th win today, 3 out of the last 4 years. That's never happened at Clemson. And that's a direct reflection of the leadership of the seniors that we have on this team. They got their 43rd win today. And, the reason we've had success, and a lot of people, I think, had questions about our team this year, especially defensively, but we've had tremendous leadership. Every week it's like, when are you going to get distracted? And, it's been a trap game every week, all year long. But our leadership on this team and the culture that we have on this team is what drives the behavior in every of our program daily. And I just couldn't be happier. I mean, it's just crazy that in their last home game, they got their 43rd win to become the winningest senior class in the history of the school. So I just tip my hat to our seniors, the legacy that they're leaving. It's all about making a place better and leaving it better than you found it, and impacting people's lives. And these guys have done that. There's some giants of men. They came here as just football players, kind of trying to figure life out. But man, they're giant men now, ready for whatever comes next. But they're not done yet. We still got some work to do. That's for sure. Offensively, another great day. I mean, we had a couple of bad turnovers, had a couple of missed assignments, and did some, poor things at times. But that's our 7th game in a row. We've had 550-something yards of offense. And that's just impressive. I mean, as a reminder, that bunch right there just went to Notre Dame last week and held them to 280 at Notre Dame on Senior Day. So I'm just really proud of our team. Deshaun Watson was amazing once again, 24, 36, 300-something yards, few touchdowns. I mean, just a great leader for us. G-Hop had a career day, 100-something. Deion Kane, Sharon had another couple big catches. Just a lot of positives offensively. We got bunch of guys in the game. We're able to play a bunch of guys, and a neat story for you guys. The kid that got in there, Good Nature, right there at the end. He's a guy, we needed a scout team running back. And so we had a little walk-on tryout in August. And this kid comes out, and because of his schooling and where he started and transfer, he only has 1 year of eligibility. He's still got a couple more years of school, but he's only going to be eligible for this one season. And he said, hey, I'll do it. And he's just out there scout team every single day, And so we were able to get him in. He got the last carry of the game, got some positive yards, but what you don't know is I don't know if you've seen the movie Lone Survivor or not. It was a great movie, but his dad was the pilot of the helicopter that crashed, trying to come in to save that group. And here it is, Military Appreciation Day, and that young man gets the last catch. And that's just what it's all about, Bianchi. I don't know who Bianchi is, but man, his team does. And to see his teammates, get excited for those guys to get opportunities on Senior Day was really special. Defensively, we got back to being who we are. 153 yards. We outgained them by 400 yards and held them to 30-something yards rushing. Really did a great job. And the thing I'm most pleased about defensively is, we played a lot of guys, and when backups went in there, we continued to play well. And, whether it was Jalen in there, Ben got a stinger, Jalen goes in and plays well, Judah's in there playing, did a heck of a job for us. Our backup corner, Baker, started the game, played the whole game, did well. Van and Jadar, all of our safeties getting in there and continuing to play. We rotated a bunch of guys up front. So just, again, proud of our D. Kevin Dodd had a big day. We had 10 tackles for loss. So we played on the other side of the line of scrimmage all night long, and, proud of our guys. So we're going to turn the page pretty quick. We've got, 14 days left with the opportunity to be the best in this state, the best in the ACC, and a chance to play for the best in the nation. That's just where we are. And as I was telling the team, in order for that to happen, I mean, we got to have the best meetings, practices that we've had all year. Laser focus on just trying to have a great day each and every day and not waste a minute. State championship week, that'll be fun. Always fun to be a part of this game. But we're just trying to continue to stay on the track that we set out at the very beginning of the season, and that was to try to win them all. And I got after the game, Tim was kind of giving me an update on things that happened in college football. And when people don't understand how hard it is to win, and you see Florida Atlantic take Florida at home to overtime, and you see Ohio State go down, and you see Houston lose to a 5-5 Connecticut team, and you see I don't know who else it was, but there were some crazy games out. It's hard to win. And when you're talking about winning 20 out of 21 and 11 in a row this year at home for our season and undefeated at home, I just have such an appreciation for that, for our team and our players, because it's very difficult to get up and get yourself ready each and every week and battle through injuries and things like that. But this team has done it, and they deserve all the credit in the world. Health-wise, I think we came out of it pretty good. Ben got a stinger. We just didn't put him back in. Jalen was playing well, so that's a positive. And there's a perfect example. Somebody was asking me last week about our depth, and I was like, we got guys that'll be ready to play. And to see him go in there and play well is just indicative of exactly what I was talking about. But I think we're in pretty good shape. Gallman looked great today. We wanted to try to hold him if we could. But he was wanting to play, but we said, well, let's just see how we do with these other guys, and I thought all those guys did some good things.
One of those games you didn't mention of a crazy college football Saturday was South Carolina losing to the Citadel. What was your reaction to that loss? And I think, I kind of see where this answer is going to go in terms of just saying that it is hard to win each week.
It is very hard.
Expecting probably a harder performance from them going to Willie's Bright.
That game has nothing to do with next week's game. Just like our game has nothing to do. I'll tell our team all the time, last week's touchdowns and tackles and rushes, they don't win next week. You got to do it every week. It's all about that game, those 4 quarters, and that's all this one's about. The old saying, throw it all out the window, that's the true statement. We know that we're going to have to play very well. And for us to play well, we got to prepare well, because we know we'll get the very best that they got. I'm sure they're very disappointed with a tough loss today, but give the other team credit. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to win. I don't care who you play.
Just how special was it for you to see all the seniors run downhill for the last time and have that opportunity?
Very special. I got a chance to see most of their families. before the game. And, Friday night, last night, we have what we call our senior video, the night before senior day. And I kind of get out of the way and I let the parents kind of deliver the message. And it's powerful. It really is. And, you always have some of those freshmen and sophomores they'll snicker here and there from the back of the room, but ain't no snickering going on up front of the room, because I tell you, those guys have an appreciation. It just kind of hits you. It really does, especially this group. They've been here a long time. You see guys like, Seckinger and what he's battled through, and Sharon Peak and what he's battled through, and B.J. Goodson, Eric McLean. I mean, these guys have just been, warriors around here, and they've stayed the course. There's just something about the senior player that I've always cherished. The guy that'll finish, the graduate. And you don't have to be here 5 years, but that guy who graduates. And I actually, last night I put a graphic up of all 100, and I've had 120 seniors, and 114 have their degree, and I put a graphic up of all 114 of those guys, their pictures. And I was just talking to the team last night about this guy and this guy and this guy and this guy and this guy, and how we are all benefiting from those who came before us. And same thing for our freshmen. You guys have come into a culture here that's been established by a lot of people that came here before you, and especially these seniors. All these freshmen were like in the 8th grade when Eric McLean came into Clemson. And, it just gives them some perspective of how hard and how long these guys have worked, and the success that they've had. So last night was just a special night where we were able to kind of just, embrace our seniors, and then to be able to see them come down the hill and be with their families. I think Daniel Stone got engaged to Morgan tonight or today. That was kind of fun helping him scheme that up this week. So I assume she said yes. I don't know, but I'm assuming she said yes. So congratulations to them. But it's exciting times. These guys. We got work to do to finish this season. But the greatest joy for me as a coach is knowing that they're prepared for whatever comes next.
Coach, are you mystified that Greg Hugel is not in the running for the Groza Award?
Well, you got to make extra points. You ain't getting into Groza if you miss extra points. That's what I told him. He's making all the 3-pointers and missing every layup, and that's he kicked it right into the guy. So he's a freshman. He'll get there. He's truthfully, he probably should have been on there, because I don't know, what is he, 15 of 15 or
20 to 22 now.
He's 20 of 22 overall and hadn't missed one in the ACC. Hadn't missed a single kick. He just, like I said, I guess he gets a little lazy. I told him I'm going to start taking a delay of game and backing it up, because he just, for whatever reason, he's been a little low on these extra points. But he has been money all year long for us on field goals.
Talk about the importance of finishing strong. What about just 3 points in the second half? Would you have liked to see the offense be a little bit more efficient, or is it just more important to keep guys healthy for the big picture?
Both. I mean, we want to keep guys healthy, but no, I mean, we had some drives stall out. We had some missed assignments, had a couple, we get a 4th down, good conversion, and we got a tackle that's lined up in the backfield, little things. We got a great screen call. My receiver that's getting the ball doesn't know the play. He's blocking, so we got nowhere to go with the ball. We had just some miscues that killed some drives, down the stretch. But it was fun. It was a fun game, and we were again able to play a lot of people, and we came out of it healthy. And we'll move on to the next one.
Was putting Deshaun at wide receiver just a fun thing to do in a game like this?
Well, it's just our Wildcat package. We didn't. That's where he lines up in the Wildcat package. So that's just where he goes.
I mean, he did go down the field the first play, but breaking down the sideline like.
Yeah, that's great. We better cover him. Better cover him.
Kelly getting all the reps that he did, is there any reason why Nick Schuster didn't play at all tonight?
No, we just like I said, we wanted to get we wanted to get a lot of our Wildcat in last week, and we fumbled on the first play. So I thought it was important, and we finally, got it in. I thought it was a good change up for us and got it in on the right time. But we really needed to get Kelly back in the game and kind of get that bad taste out of his mouth. And he's still got. I mean, he's a young guy. He's got a lot to learn. He had a couple mistakes. Just some football decision things that he's got to learn from, but you just have to play, and you got to play through some of those things. He's a true freshman, but you also saw his ability. You saw his ability to make some plays. And he's not a complete player right now, but he's going to be. He's going to be a really good football player for us. And I think that's the most probably experience he's gotten, all year long, especially in some critical times. Again, he made some mistakes, but he'll learn from that.
Coach, after tonight, you're going to reevaluate your personnel on punt returns. Will Artavis Scott get some more looks there? Yeah,
well, we put Artavis in. I mean, we got to handle the ball. Disappointing, that was another turnover. We got a possession and we just give it up. We give up 3 possessions, with turnovers. So that was disappointing. But we'll keep working those same 3 guys.
See if
we can get better.
Is that your biggest thing moving forward for this team? Is that turnover? Losing that turnover battle, because the margin there. I think Wake Forest came in with 7 turnovers coming in.
Yep.
You had 3 here, 3 giveaways. Is that the biggest concern for you moving forward?
Yeah, we got to get that turned around. We're not going to beat a great football team losing the turnover margin. It's going to be hard. We put ourselves in jeopardy. So we just got to respect the ball a little bit better. Deshaun had 1 bad turnover. He made the right read, and he threw the ball flat, and the kid made a good play. He had the right read. Guys wide open. He just kind of threw it flat on the sprint out. The other interception was really a great trigger. It was a great play by that guy and a poor play by Dion, but a great play by their corner. But the ball was right where it needed to be, and it was triggered properly by Deshaun. Those are things I can live with. But the other one was not a good turnover. And then, obviously the muff punt, and then Kelly, we're wanting to run the ball, run the quarterback draw, and he's going to take a hitch, and they're dropping a guy underneath it. So, those are football decision things that he's got to grow from. And, now that we got him, we can really coach him harder. And hopefully it'll have a little more meaning when he sees himself in the game, making those mistakes. But yeah, we're good enough to win by losing the turnover margin. But we won the margin against Florida State, and that was the difference in the game. And to beat great football teams, that's what it's going to take. You got to take care of football. So we got to do better, no question. And we had some stupid penalties. We had a couple of really just bad penalties.
Daniel said he told you Monday about his plans, and you start dancing around the room all excited. Can you kind of take us through that moment?
I don't think I got out of my chair at my desk. I just was excited for him and happy for him. Gave him a hug, but he I just said what he wanted to do, and so all I had to do was help get him some pregame passes for his fiance's family so they could be down there. So that was really my role, and then I turned it over to Mike Dooley, and he took it from there and tried to keep it quiet, and I think they tipped off maybe our social media folks so they could capture the moment for him. But happy for Daniel Stone. He's a great young man. And Morgan Hellman-Dock, she's a gal that actually went to Daniel High and graduated from Clemson in like 2.5 years or something. Unbelievable. So she's a sweet gal, and really happy for them.
How special is this upcoming rivalry week for you?
Well, it's just another opportunity to go compete. I love. I hate that the season's coming to an end. To be honest with you, this is the best time of year for me. Is the season. I was riding in on the bus today, and I was telling my boys when we were leaving the hotel, I'm like, man, we have to wait till next year before we get to come back to the Hilton Garden Inn here in Anderson. I might just go check in one Friday night in the off season. Me and Kath have a date night at the Hilton Garden Inn. But I don't know. I kind of got my same little routine that I deal with every week, and songs I listen to riding down just kind of the back road coming up through Pendleton, and seeing the people run outside at Max, and I just when we make the turn into the Pendleton Square, seeing folks just kind of lined up, and I love game day, and I especially love game day here at Clemson. It's awesome. And getting off the bus, the Tiger Walk, and just, the enthusiasm that our fans have, the passion that they have. I wish we could just play every week at home. They won't let us do that, but, we got to wait till next year, to get back out there. Death Valley is a special, special place. I told them, I said, hey, we're in the academic business Monday through Friday, and we're in the show business on the weekend. And, man, it is special. It really is. What a show. What a show each and every week that we open up this stadium 7 times a year. So hopefully we'll sell it out for the spring game this spring when we get our new team, started off for next year. But, we go on the road obviously this week, and, again, it's just another opportunity to stay on course to bigger goals. I mean, we need a 12th win. We know we're going to play in the championship game, and we want to get to that college football playoff, and so you got to be Zoom focused and dialed in on, just literally one step at a time, one day at a time, and so that's what we'll focus on. But rivalry games are great. 13 Alabama-Auburn games. Growing up in Alabama, and I just remember sitting there, 3 channels on the TV, and man, you just sit there and watch the game all day, and if you won, you just calling all your buddies or running to their house to talk trash, and if you lost, you were in hiding and in mourning somewhere. And it's the same thing here. This is my 13th Clemson, South Carolina game, and it's been a lot of fun. We've had some great games with them, and but we haven't done a good job down there in the last few years. So we got to try to play our best game this week.
Could McKenzie have played if you needed him today?
Yeah, he could have.
When you look at all the offense has been able to accomplish this year, how much of it goes back to the offensive line and their quick growth?
Well, I think a great majority of it. This game is about the trenches. It really is. You got to have a great quarterback, and we definitely have that. But you got to have some guys in the trenches. Your quarterback can get real average real quick if you're a one-dimensional football team, and we're not. We're a team that can run the ball. We're a team that can throw the ball, and that's a credit to our offensive line. Robbie Caldwell's done a great job, and as I told y'all in fall camp, he's the happiest guy in the building. Everybody was worried about our offensive line, and I kept telling you the happiest guy in our building is Robbie Caldwell, and if he's happy, I'm happy. We got a great group up front, guys that love to play, guys that wake up every day excited to be an offensive lineman and like to practice and like to prepare. And Ryan Norton and Eric McLean and Joe Gore, those guys, those 3 seniors have done a great job leading that young group because we're really young. We started 2 true freshmen at tackle today. Number 1 team in America, whatever that means, but we had 2 true freshmen at tackle. That is exciting. And a lot of guys that have played a bunch, Falcinelli and the Crowders and obviously Frew and Hyatt and Taylor Hearn. We got a good bunch. That's just, I think, going to be even better next year. I really do.
Anything else? Thank you, Coach.
All right.